Let's get more now from Clovis Casali, who's in front of the headquarters of Renault here in Paris. Clovis, devastating figures for a company already struggling with many issues.
Devastating figures, difficult times for the car maker Renault that's recording a 7.3 billion loss. That's a record, and analysts were expecting a bit less. They were expecting 5 billion euros loss for the first 6 months of 2020. It's a disturbing wake-up call. That's how the CEO Luca de Meo described these figures, saying it's the bottom of a negative curve that started years ago. In other words, of course, the coronavirus pandemic hit sales, with customers unable during lockdown, for instance, to go and buy cars. But coronavirus isn't the only reason behind these bad figures. Reportedly, you have 40 senior executives here at the headquarters of Boulogne on the last floor, working hard every day to try to come up with a new strategic plan set to be unveiled next January. This plan will help, of course, come up with a new strategy to try to make up for these losses, get back on the right path. CEO Luca de Meo has already said that the idea is to push models that are bringing profits, such as compact cars, SUVs, electric and hybrid vehicles. In other words, put the emphasis on quality rather than quantity. And of course, you mentioned it, big problems also with the partner in the alliance, Nissan, who's expecting 4.5 billion euros to be lost this year. And of course, all the turmoil with the former president of the alliance, Carlos Ghosn, who was arrested in Japan, who was imprisoned, who was detained, and then who fled Japan. And that, of course, was very bad for the image of Renault. Clearly showing, of course, also turmoil behind the scenes with huge tensions in the boardroom, tensions out in the open.
Very briefly, Clovis, what has the response been from the French government?
Yes, indeed, the French government made an unprecedented loan, granted an unprecedented loan to Renault. We're talking 5 billion euros. This in the wake of the coronavirus crisis. Of course, what are the rules of this loan? Well, for the time being, the only rules, the only thing that Renault needs to respect, it's not give out dividends to shareholders. This loan will help the company, of course, stay afloat in these rocky times. Renault, at the same time, has a saving plan. 2 billion euros to be saved over 3 years. That includes laying off 15,000 employees around the world, including 4,600 employees, staff here in France. French President Emmanuel Macron, when he granted this 5 billion euro loan to Renault, said that he wanted jobs to be protected here in France, for the main factories to remain open. But then you had the economy minister Bruno Le Maire saying that he would not force Renault to keep jobs here, and that if factories needed to be closed, they would have to be closed if Renault deemed it necessary for its survival, for its future, and to get back on track.
Clovis Casali, thank you for that.